Hi everyone, I'm Aita and I'm here to tell you about the sweatlodge ceremony, which is a holy ceremony of Mother Earth. I'm also the flying eagle's wings, and usually I am doing this ceremony together with my beloved spiritual sister Karin Sander from Germany, the rainbow snake woman. And since she is not here today, I will tell you the story about the sweat lodge myself. I am now presently in my nature house. Yes, it is connected to Mother Earth. And the earth element and Mother Earth is very connected here in my heart. That's why I built this house for 6 years. To live in every breath with the beloved Mother of all of us, because we are all the children of Mother Earth. If you think about that in a wide and deep perspective, how we are all connected to Mother Earth, then we also start to respect her, love her, take care of her as much as she cares for us. And the sweat lodge is also to honor Mother Earth and to understand how much she helps us in our everyday life to cleanse and clean and grow as the beings we're meant to be. Exactly as the small seed, the very, very tiny seed that is put into the earth to grow and thrive and get roots deep into Mother Earth. And from that space, growing up towards Father Heaven and Father Son, to become as beautiful as it's meant to be. And we as human beings, we are also here to grow and to become the unique ones, exactly like each plant, as unique. And we cannot be anything else. A unique human being in our full potential. And that's why the Inipi or the sweat lodge, going into Mother Earth's womb, is a very profound ceremony. Karen and I, we do this ceremony during a whole weekend to really go deep. And we're starting on the Friday to collect rods. And they are like long rods, usually from hazel, because hazel is easy to bend. And these rods we are collecting and taking down, they are bent in a circular form, so they are forming like a cave where we can go inside. And then we're also placing rods around, a circle around to hold everything together. And one rod is placed as an entrance into the sweat lodge. And we are going to creep on all four into that space. In the middle of the lodge, we are digging out a hole in the center, and that's for the heated stones later. And that soil from there we put outside the lodge, and we create there an earth altar to honor Mother Earth and also to be there in the ceremony. And we decorate that earth altar with everything possible that we want to put there. It can be things from nature, flowers if there are flowers, and stones or other things. And then we can also place our belongings there, like necklaces, bracelets, rings, other jewelry, or mineral stones, whatever we want to be in the ceremony. We also have a fireplace outside where we're going to heat the stones. The stones, they're our grandfathers. It's the oldest element on earth. And this is the really old ones, containing all the wisdom. And they are with us. And they are going to be heated, so they get into more like the ancient form when they came up from the depth of Mother Earth. And they were also hot before they formed and chilled down to become the stones. And the energy is still there, the ancient energy. And they're heated in this fire for hours, so they get red and glowing. We also have the water element inside the sweat lodge. That is the grandmother, where the water meets the stones, like a holy meeting. Exactly like the sperm also meets the egg to fertilize, to give new life. And this meeting with the heated stones and the water is also a possibility through the heat and the steam to cleanse and let go of the old for new life to be born. Because after the sweat lodge ceremony, we will feel like newborns, newborn babies again, where we let go of a lot of things that we need to just leave there. Mother Earth takes care of it all. We also have Grandmother Moon with us in the ceremony. So we, as children of Mother Earth, we're going in there to sit there in the pitch black. It's totally black in there, since we cover this lodge with layers and layers of blankets. And before we go in there, we are cleansed with salvia. Salvia is sacred for cleansing, for also connecting us with the ancestors in the spiritual world, with our power animals and the light beings that are there for us. So we're cleansing our bodies from negative energies at the same time as we connect to the spiritual world. We are also making a salvia line that we're not allowed to cross before we have been in the sweat lodge. That's a connection between the fire and the altar in the middle of the sweat lodge. Before we have the time to go in to the lodge, we have done a ceremony with the holy tobacco already when we light the fire, because the tobacco is holy for the natives and also a connection to the spiritual world through the smoke. So the tobacco is also carrying our prayers. So we do a ceremony with small tobacco ties, and you need to take with you different colors of small pieces of cloth in natural materials. It can be silk, and it can be viscose, and it can be cotton, and you can have blue or purple ones, black ones, red ones, green ones, white ones, and yellow ones. And already before you come to the sweat lodge, you can think of everything that you need, that you want to transform, and what you want to pray for, because it's mainly a prayer ceremony where through the prayers you also let go. So in these tobacco ties you can put your wishes, your prayers, also what you want to let go of, what you want to come into your life. And the colors have a little different meanings, and we will tell you all about that in the ceremony. So the tobacco, you take in the feeling of the tobacco, and then you pray from your heart into the tobacco, and you place it in the middle of the cloth. And then you close it and make a small tie. You have a small piece of thread that you close like this, and you will have many ties in different colors. Maybe some people have a lot of white ones, or some have more red, but there will be different colors. And depending on how many prayers you have, how long this string will be. So these ones you take with you when we crawl in to the sweat lodge, and we place them in the ceiling, hanging down above where you sit. And when we go in there, we will crawl in one by one, cleansed by salvia, and sitting in a circle inside, around the fire. Around the heated stones. But the stones are not there in the very beginning. So the fireman is bringing in the heated stones, as many as the ancestors tell us to take in. And then sitting there and feeling the heat and the connection with the grandfathers and the grandmother, we will have the water with some herbs also spread on the stones, and then the water, so the steam is rising from the stones and heating the sweat lodge inside. In there we have a rattle, to evoke the spiritual world and call for our power animals to be present, and the ancestors and the spirit world in general, with all our helpers and guides. And we will pray 4 different rounds. We will pray for ourselves. We will pray for our relatives, our near ones. We will pray for Mother Earth, and we will also give our gratitude. So once you're in, you cannot go out. If you go out, you stay out with the fireman by the fire and sit outside and still participate through the ceremony. So when we have cleansed ourselves like this for approximately 4 hours, we will go out, and that feeling can just be experienced. It's difficult to tell you about it because you need to experience the lightness, the feeling of really being newborn. Some people want to go down to the lake and connect with the water there, and some other people go for a shower, and then we will have a small meal together, which we all share from our hearts, and everyone has been contributing to that meal, which is very important also for the ceremony. And the ancestors will participate. We have small plates that we put for the ancestors there. And then after a really deep night's sleep with maybe some nice dreams, we will meet again the next day after breakfast. And then we'll have a pipe ceremony. Where we have our holy pipes present. We will make a new fire where we take down the tobacco ties that have been sitting there inside the sweat lodge all night, connecting to the spirit world and carrying our prayers, our wishes, our thoughts into the spirit world. And through the fire, we will do the last step to bring everything in together with the smoke to the spirits. And after that, we will have a pipe ceremony where Karen and I will smoke our ceremony pipes. Now I don't have tobacco in this. And this smoke also connects with the spirit world and helps us to give you a message. So each one of you will receive a personal message from the spirit world. So with these words and this presentation, I welcome you so much to the womb of Mother Earth and to our holy ceremony in the sweat lodge. Bye-bye.